Hi, everyone. Hi, Steph. Hi,
I was
Stephanie's
miming.
eyebrows.
Ooh, hi. We're very happy to be here. How you doing, Nee?
I'm doing good. I'm just looking at your eyebrows still. We were talking for a good 20 minutes prior to this, and oh my gosh, I've been just staring at them.
I
Phenomenal.
love you. I finally bit the what? Not bit the bullet. Is that the same? Bit the bullet?
Mm.
Bit the
Ah,
apple?
I think bit the bullet, like finally
Biting the
bit the bullet and
bullet?
did it.
I took the leap. How about
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
I
that's
took the
good.
leap and I finally did my eyebrows, and it was not
Uh,
as painful as I thought it was going to be, and I freaking love them. And when as they lighten up, I know I'm going to love them even more.
mm-hmm.
And I'm just so happy because this is my birthday gift to myself from turning 42 in September. So,
Yes.
yay.
Uh,
Yay.
You've been like thinking about doing this for so long.
Oh,
Like like you said, you're obsessed with eyebrows, and I'm
I
glad you did it.
am.
So did she say once the eyebrows fade, not fade, but heal, how many shades lighter will they be?
Not too much lighter than this, actually. And if I still feel like if I go in and say, you know what, they're too dark, I'm not used to it, she can lighten them up. But I don't
Oh,
think so.
good.
Like I'm getting used to it like as is, and I
Mm-hmm.
know that it's a process. I know when you get them done, you're like, whoa, those are
Right.
hi,
Mm-hmm.
hello eyebrows. So, but
Exactly.
I'm stoked. I'm happy, and then I do my touch up and see what tweaks need to be made. I love it. I'm in heaven right now. Me and my eyebrows are
Mm.
having a great day. We welcomed July with fresh eyebrows.
Okay, you sure did. Shoot, that's amazing. Oh my gosh, did it hurt?
It did. There were some times where it was a little tender, and I was as it was going on, I was like, ooh, 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 because it's an actual tattoo gun, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not like they're going all the way down to your bone,
Mm-hmm.
but your skin on your face, as you know, is
Yeah.
tender, and if it kind of like smarts when you wax them, which I can
Mm-hmm.
take, but like it's gonna hurt if you have a needle to it. So she would
Yeah.
numb me and we would take breaks, and it
Mm-hmm.
was totally manageable, and I just held on. I held on, and I was like, it's all gonna be worth it in the end. And I literally almost just leapt into her arms crying afterwards because I was so happy with what she did.
Aw, oh,
Yeah,
amazing.
so that was amazing. And guys, if you're just tuning in, you're not on some sort of crazy eyebrow podcast. You're on totally 90s
I know we didn't even
podcast.
say anything. Hi.
You're
Hi,
like,
everyone.
you know what? We're just here with our eyebrows, just having a great time. And
Yeah, for real.
yeah, I mean, me and your eyebrows are absolutely stunning as usual.
No, mine need
That
help.
arch, no, they don't. I love that. I have a thing with eyebrows, so I always notice and stare at people's eyebrows.
Hmm.
Like, and I
You
make it
know,
uncomfortable. I'm like, ooh.
I know. It's so funny is in high school, I don't know what, maybe not even in high school, but we all know people through time where, you see those memes of people with eyebrows where it's like they have the different types of arches. And you have the ones that are like hella dark, or you have the ones that
Yeah,
are like circles, like
yeah,
half circles, like McDonald's arches.
yeah.
And it's so funny in high school, I would sit there in class and look at people's eyebrows
Oh
because
God.
there was a lot of interesting eyebrows in high school.
Hi, I had fuzzy caterpillars on my face.
But hey, those are ideal now. And
I
people, like
know.
people said, that's like what everybody wants.
When did that happen? Because
I don't
remember when
know.
they were barely that, like, finally I took the plunge senior year of high school and did the overwaxing. Like, not Gwen Stefani,
No.
but,
Yeah.
oh, excuse me, I just had a hiccup. Sorry. I almost choked.
You're funny. Yeah, I think that was like the thing to make them really thin. I don't know. It's so
Yeah.
strange. But did you have a good weekend, Steph?
It was amazing. I don't know if you remember, but last time I was complaining about how cold it was in San
Mm-hmm.
Francisco. And then the heat wave came. So, yay. I mean, yes, I was uncomfortable because we were like in Marin this weekend and then we were in Burlingame. So it was hot in San Francisco, but it was like stifling. Like you could, when you could taste the heat, like
Yeah.
it punches you. So it was a shock to the system, but I'm happy. I got a major tan going on. Like my tan lines are insane. And then yeah, it was nice to be outside and it's a long weekend, and you got some major color happening on you. You look like you just got back from
Oh
Mexico from
shoot,
like a
I did.
week.
I still keep looking at myself like, say what?
No, it looks
But
good.
yeah, because it was so hot. And honestly, over here, unless you're, I don't want to stay inside all weekend, but I sure as hell
Right.
don't want to be walking around in the freaking sweltering heat either.
Right.
So when
Hmm.
it's hot like this, we just stay home and go swimming. Because honestly, that's the only time that I can swim is when it's hot like this because the water is warm. The water literally was 90 degrees. So
Oh, that's
it was
nice.
perfection with, and it was like 106. So
That's that, and I'm over
yeah.
here complaining about 100 and well, actually, it was the triple digits in Marin, but like,
Mm-hmm.
my friend Alex, I think he has a place like near you or further out, and he
Mm-hmm.
sent me his little degree thing, and it was like 111 or 112, and I was like,
Oh, I could believe
uh-uh.
it. Mm-hmm. No, it's bad. It's crazy. And you know what's crazy is that, and that's probably why you're sniffling too, because you said you're like, or your throat is dry or whatever. Is because it's like allergies. Like we have these weird like um I don't know, the climate is odd lately.
It
Like
is.
even here, usually in May, it's super hot already. It's like in the 90s and it's been consistently like 70 degrees and like dropping to like 50 to 60 at night. And just now it's 100, but then it's going to start going down to 80 again. I don't know. And people's allergies just get jacked up when the weather's like that. So it's no fun.
Yeah. Yeah,
It
no, it's
really isn't.
not. Again, Claritin and Zyrtec, if you're out there, we will be your spokespersons,
Yes, we
okay?
will. Hello.
Spokespeople. I don't
Spokes
know.
peeps. Oh gosh, I know it's crazy, but it's a good weekend. It's weird with. Are you actually off today?
I am off today.
Oh, nice.
I love Monday is actually one of my favorite days of the week. I know it's
Hmm.
weird, but like I love it. And to be off and then I had knowing that I have another day off tomorrow,
Wow.
chef's kiss. I'm
Yeah,
very
for
happy.
real. No, it's weird, and that's what Tony was saying. Cause Tony worked today. He had to go in really early because of the holiday. Yeah. So it's just not because of the holiday, because of the heat. So, um, but he's like, it's so weird because it's like I have to work Monday and then I'm off Tuesday and then go back to work Wednesday. It's just strange. And it's just strange when the holiday doesn't hit like on a Monday or a Friday. This holiday in particular. So,
When you worked at the courts though, did if wouldn't you get like the day before off too? Like if it had fallen on a Tuesday?
you know what? It was so long ago, I can't remember, but I want to say no.
Oh
And
shit,
I
okay.
think that sometimes they would honor it. I know there was like towards the end of my time there, they honored that holiday. So it was kind of like a Thanksgiving holiday. So they
Okay.
just gave it to you if it was like a Monday. If the holiday landed on Tuesday, they would give you Monday. That's what my other job did, because it's
Okay.
just like, why do people want to come in?
Exactly. Like just let it
So,
be.
I know it's just so awkward. I mean, it's always nice to have a break in the week, though, isn't it?
I love it. I
Hmm.
absolutely love it. And then I have my schedule at work where I work 9-hour days and then I'm off every
Hmm.
other Monday. So if a holiday falls on my AWS, that's what it's called, alternate
Hmm.
work schedule, then I get to pick another day. So I should have picked Wednesday, but it's my in-office day and I need to request it off next week. So I was like, let me
Hmm.
just I'll go in, but so I get Friday off this week
Aw,
again. So
I
it's
love
like
it. Oh, that's
3-day weekend. I
perfect.
know. I love
Stop
it.
it.
So every
I
time I
hiccup
could
now. Oh God. Man, that's
seriously,
amazing.
you know what? That's why whenever I get stressed out, I try to think about like I have a kick-ass schedule and I get to work from home 4 days a
Hmm.
week. Like, so
Yeah.
I need to shut up and just, get my tears out. Yes, it gets crazy, but it's
Oh
not always
God.
like that. So yeah, I'm
That's
happy.
that's funny. No, for real. I read somewhere, and you probably heard that. Like I think it was the beginning of this year, they were considering doing 4-day work weeks, like as a
Uh-huh.
law or something. Or like I don't
Yes.
know if it was California that was thinking of putting that into effect or what, but they saw that I guess that um people worked more efficiently when they had their schedule was like that. Not as, I don't know why that one day less a week. makes a difference, but it does.
I feel like, especially for the people that have to work in an office, you need that extra day to get your shit done,
Yeah.
because Saturday, Sundays usually it's all crammed in on Sunday, because especially if you're a parent, oh my God, I can't even imagine. You got to take the birthday parties and
Mm-hmm.
soccer or whatever. And it's like Sunday, the mom has to wake up hella early to like do everything. So when do you actually get a break? And that would be
Yeah,
like, there you go. Everyone's at school
exactly.
and whatnot. So
And it's true. So I have a question for you in regards to that. So now that you're on this work schedule, comparing it to another schedule that you had where you're working 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, do you feel like you save more of your vacation and sick time with this
definitely.
schedule? See?
Definitely. Yep, because I get all my stuff done on my AWS or whatever, and I'm able,
Mm-hmm.
and and then I don't have to scramble to, oh shit, I don't have enough hours to take an actual vacation. We're going to Mexico in August, and boom,
Mm-hmm.
and that those hours add up. I don't know how
Oh
people take
yeah.
2 weeks. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
where do you get all that? But like, because I also, we're planning to go away again in October, and I'm going to need
Mm-hmm.
more time. So, well,
Right.
that'll be interesting. But had I been working 5 days a week in the office, I would have definitely been using up my vacation day, like here or there. I used to do that. I would
Mm-hmm.
take personal days, like at least once or twice a month,
Yeah.
because and the commuting and the all that, it adds up. And now you're saving money. You do your laundry while you're working. It's great. I love it.
No, and see, and that's the thing. That was my thing with so my old job that I had. Um it was weird because they gave you your sick and your so they just gave you PTO. So they
Mm,
didn't give you sick time. And I was like, I have never worked for a job that didn't give you sick time. So they clumped all of it together somehow.
hmm.
And I said, so you found a lot of people that would save their PTO. Like a lot of like the Filipino women that we worked with,
Yeah.
they would save all
Yeah.
their PTO and then take like a whole month off to go to like the Philippines. And people were like, okay, so when they got sick, they would come in sick because they didn't want to lose their
Yep.
PTO. And I said, so I straight up went to the CEO, or no, it wasn't the CEO, it was the CFO, because he asked me, is there any issues? Because he was new, is there any issues with the schedule or how people, respond to things that you could tell me that made better the company? I said, this is just my opinion. I said, but I'm tired of getting sick. I said, and I feel like because we don't have sick time, even though people realize that the PTO is supposed to combine both. So if you're sick, you're supposed to use it. People
Yeah.
don't want to because they have such an abundance of PTO that they could put towards vacations. I mean, who wouldn't
Exactly.
do that? I said,
Exactly.
but having sick time, that time actually allotted for that makes a huge difference. Like
Yeah.
for your psyche to know, okay, I'm not going to touch my vacation, I'll touch this. But because people
Definitely.
know they have a lump sum of PTO, they're not going to want to use it when they're sick, you
Right.
know? And I feel like COVID kind of changed the game with all this. And it's just crazy to me how a more businesses aren't doing the whole bless you. I could see you sneezing.
Sorry.
That's so funny to hear you see you sneeze but not hear it.
No, and
um,
that's funny that you say that, because I'm the loudest sneezer in town. And I know you say that about your mom, but like I could probably
yes.
sneeze her. We could be in a sneezing competition,
Oh,
because
I
the whole
love
building,
it.
I rattle the building. So that was me being,
Dang. See how many decibels it is.
yeah.
But it's crazy. So like I was saying, it's crazy to me how like during COVID, a lot of people still haven't adapted to that work from home thing. Like
Yeah.
even though it worked,
Oh,
I do feel like it should be a huge option for people, especially if there was no hiccups and especially when, like you said, when people have kids, because no one wants to use like their time to like go on field trips or appointments.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's messy.
I mean, as long as the work gets done, who cares what window of time you're doing it to? And then if anything, I work more when I work from home, because I
Yes.
check my emails more. It doesn't matter what time. Like,
Hmm.
so,
Oh, for
and I
real,
think,
because Sally Sue around the corners distracting me.
yeah,
In the
exactly.
workplace. But when you're at
Yep.
home, you feel more, I always felt when I worked a few days from home at my last job, I always felt like I had to be on it because I didn't want them to think I was slacking.
To take it away from you. I know.
Hmm.
Totally. I hear you. That was so
Gosh,
deep and adult right now.
wasn't it though? Gosh, yay, 4 days. Oh goodness. But what are we going to talk about, Steph? Because I am
I'm
so excited. I think you're more excited, but I'm very excited.
so excited. So, guys, we're finally gonna do 90s R&B. Yes, we are. And this is gonna be, let's just warn you now, multiple parters. So
Yes.
today we're gonna do just a brief overview to get you enticed, get you a little, give you a little nosh, to give you an
Mm-hmm.
appetizer, if you will. This is cocktail hour before the appetizers, before the main course, before the dessert. Okay, that's what it
That's for sure. I like that. Ooh,
is.
hello. I should have thrown some whiskey in my coffee. Oh man, this is fantastic.
Oh my God. So, anyways, we had so much freaking fun with alternative music.
Mm-hmm.
That we're gonna have to do again because I know we want to do
Yes.
deep dives on like our favorites
Mm-hmm.
and not our favorites too. Maybe we want to do a deep dive on whole. Who knows? But
Right?
today is not about a whole. Today is
Mm-mm.
about 90s R&B. And mean, you know what? Let's kick it off with some Boys to
Mm.
Men.
Oh shoot.
Let's just
Oh
do
my
it.
God,
Let's
you
just
just
do
went
it.
there for
Let's just do
real.
it. Let's get comfortable.
We're,
What?
okay, before we get to boys and men though, I just wanted
Oh,
to just put it out there because, maybe there's a lot of people didn't listen to R&B.
oh,
So
okay. Go
maybe they
ahead.
don't
Drop
even
some
know what
knowledge.
R&B means.
Drop it, Neen.
So,
Drop it.
just a heads up as to what R&B means. The term means rhythm and blues, and
Ooh.
it originated in the 1940s when it was replaced by race music.
Ew, and you just
Isn't
brought
that
me back to
crazy?
you just brought me back to a bad place because that I took music history class and at Arizona State University, and that was the worst, most hardest class in the
Yeah.
world. But
Mm-hmm.
that was the one test that I got really good on
Oh,
is
good.
yeah, and I was disgusted at
Mhm.
that. So thank you for bringing it back, and please continue. I don't want to cut you off, so go
Oh,
ahead.
no. I just think that it was, it took many forms, this
Hmm.
type of music. Like, it was heavy in blues, but it also like told stories like,
Hmm.
within the, African American culture. It usually referred only to secular and not religious music. So, it's crazy though, when you look back in time, I never realized it went like how it went through like culturally, because when
Hmm.
I thought of R&B, I really just thought of like 90s. I didn't realize how far it went all the way back to the 40s, and it's mind-blowing and how culturally like important it is to the black
Oh,
community.
for sure.
I just
Yes.
think it actually gives me chills thinking of it because it tells a story, and it's sad that um it had to go the route it did, but I think it's
Mm,
so important in so many ways. And I think in the 90s, it's nice because in some ways, when you look at artists like Brandy,
mm,
who crossed over being not only a musician, but also an actress,
mhm.
it comes full circle with, man, I feel like she's a pioneer when it comes to R&B because when you think of where it came from and now in the 90s where it was going, it was a true testament to just, you know, black culture in general. And I just thought it was amazing. So just a little
Really,
tidbit on that.
really beautifully put too. So thank you for doing that because yeah, who knows? I mean, someone out in wherever, I don't want to name the
Yeah,
places, but
exactly.
they may not know what's R&B. What does it stand for?
Yes, or
What's
even in
all
other
that?
countries, because we have a lot of people listening from, other countries, and they may not know that either. So it's good to know. Good to educate.
Oh, dropping that knowledge on a
Mhm.
Monday morning. I
Same.
love it. Oh my God. Okay.
So
Well
back to
done.
boys to men stuff. Ooh.
Oh, I just really wanted to pay a little bit of a tribute to them first because
Mm-hmm.
when I think of R&B growing up for me, they're like in the forefront.
Mm-hmm.
And they just okay, because not only did they do, they're known for like their ballads, and they have, like Motown Philly, they got their little dance
Mm-hmm.
going on, their little choreography. Because
Yes.
what happened to choreography? It's gone,
Right?
but they had it and it was synchronized. But like their freaking a cappella harmonies, like
Mm,
what? What?
man. Yeah.
And that talent, so they started out really young, they were boys, and then
Mm-hmm.
and then
Yes.
now they're men, and they
Okay.
are still as talented today as they were. I had the privilege of seeing them a few years ago, opening up for New Kids on the Block, of course,
Ooh.
because NKOTB be knowing, and they
Mm-hmm.
pay some major respect to Peeps and bring them on their tour.
Absolutely.
So that's amazing. And they will they wiped the floor, okay? And I'm like sitting there like, why aren't they headlining and doing their own stuff again? Why did they ever go away? And it was
Mm-hmm.
just so amazing. And it wasn't just here in the States, it was international. They were internationally successful in the 90s, in the early 90s. I mean, they started out
Mm-hmm.
in the 80s, but like in the 90s, that's where it really like just kind of just took off internationally
Mm-hmm.
for them. And they were just epic. I mean, I tend to like favor their like romance, like On Bended Knee, End of the Road, I'll
Yes.
Make Love to
Oh,
You. When
hello.
they collaborated with Mariah, I mean, it's like they
Oh,
were just phenomenal. And like they also, it sucks because now they're a trio. They lost,
mm-hmm.
remember Michael? He was the one that spoke. He
Mm-hmm.
he did
Yes.
he did the spoken word on
Right.
their
Okay.
tracks,
Mm-hmm.
and he was the Barry White in the band, and
Sure was.
he left, but they're still going strong as a trio.
Do we know why
And
he left?
I think there was a little bit of conflict,
Mm,
unfortunately. I But I don't know how dramatic it was. I don't know if it's
gotcha.
because of a couple of them. I know that Nathan, like, he tried to do his own solo because he was so cute. I mean, they were all amazing, but like his
Mm-hmm.
voice, he really stood out to me. I don't know if that like left a taste in people's mouths, but like he dipped. And but
Gotcha.
he like, I think he was still with the boys when they got their star on the
Mm-hmm.
Hollywood Walk of Fame. And that was late in life. That was in 2012 that they got their star finally.
Wow.
But yeah, so I think either he left and came back. So I don't know how bad. I don't think it was like a bad falling out. I think he just
Mm-hmm.
was like, I need to move on. But they're
Right.
just amazing. And I feel like New Kids on the Block having them on tour really like brought attention back to people that may not necessarily know who they are, because they're not on the radio anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I don't know, unless you're listening to those throwback stations. But like these
Right.
kids today will never know like what true like R&B and dance really is. Like I don't
Mm-hmm.
can't think of anyone that could hold a candle to them really today.
No.
Can you? Like who who
Mm-mm.
who would we match them up to?
I don't think they stand in a category of their own, honestly, in my opinion. I just feel like um, I don't know. They're just so unique in their talent. One thing I love about them is all of them have beautiful smiles. They are so cute when they talk, and they're so,
Oh,
and I think that was the difference. That would, because, like you said, like with, they're in unison dance moves, right? I feel like a lot of groups don't do that anymore because I think a lot of people find it cheesy.
oh,
But with them, it was different.
it
And I
was
think that you
swag.
saw that a lot. Yes, exactly. You saw that a lot in R&B, whether it be
Mm.
them or Jodeci or whatever. I mean, it
Oh,
was the way they moved, right? And that's what differentiated them between Boys to Men versus the NSYNCs, the Backstreet Boys, is they didn't have that cheesiness about them. Like
mm-hmm.
I never caught on cheesiness with Boys to Men,
Ever.
like
No.
or like a pop group kind of thing. They
Yeah.
were very, very just adult,
Yeah.
and um I don't know. My favorite all-time song from them
Say it.
is, I was gonna say Run to the Water. That's not Water Runs Dry.
I gotta be right there with you. The melody and
Mhm.
the beautiful, like, I feel like there was like, why am I doing this? Is there a violin? I don't know. But it was just like yeah, it was like a little quicker pace of a slow
Mhm.
song, and it was beautiful. And
Yes.
the
Oh,
words, like if
I
you're
was just
going
gonna
through a
say.
breakup, woo,
Mhm.
yeah.
I'm sorry, but in the video, okay, nothing
Oh,
wanted me more. I never wanted to go to White Sands, New Mexico more than I did when I was watching this video.
because they're standing and wearing all linen. Like, hi.
Yes. Yeah, hello. If you're going to a sandy beach anywhere on this freaking earth, you better be wearing linen that blows in the wind like
Hmm.
that.
Amen,
Okay?
Sister Sludge.
I'm just saying.
And really quickly, I just remembered. So it was, I want to go back to Michael Barry
Mhm.
White. So it was sort of a little bit of rift, but it wasn't also because he actually left due to MS. He started having
Oh no.
back spasms, but and then that were later on diagnosed as MS, but he didn't
Hmm.
tell his band members. He tried to keep it a secret so he could continue on. And then they were like, they felt that he wasn't giving his all, but they weren't aware of the whole story over here. So
Oh,
then that was kind of like what combusted. So it was a little bit of both, but I just wanted to mention that real quick.
oh, that's so sad.
Heartbreaking. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's horrible.
Yes.
Okay, well at least it wasn't on a like a within the group bad
Correct.
kind of note. But
Yeah.
I mean, but they so I found out that they actually were managed by Michael Bivins from New Edition.
Ooh la la. Oh
So
yeah.
they came from, because New Edition, hello, if you don't know who New Edition is, that
Look
was
it
the,
up.
okay, hello, haven't you heard of Bobby Brown?
Okay.
So good. I mean, they straight up are, Boyz II Men will go down in history as one of the best groups of all time.
Here, here.
There is just no comparison. And I'm sure when you saw them in concert with New Kids on the Block, it was just like, that's history. That's just like,
Yeah, I sobbed my face off. And you saying water runs dry, they did that
mm,
live and it sounded
mm.
perfect. So yeah,
I'm
that's just
surprised they're not on tour by themselves,
me too.
you
Me
know?
too.
Ugh,
I guess they didn't have the same amount of traction that New Kids does. Because New Kids fucking, oh, excuse me. Well, we're
that's
good.
all right.
New Kids tours every year, and you best believe I'm there every year. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
so it's, but they were bigger, I guess, like at a more bigger arena, I
Mm-hmm.
guess, of fans. So
Right. And it could be too that they just don't want to do that anymore. Like they just do little shows here and there when, make a few dollars like every now and then and just kind of
yeah.
want to live their life. Maybe they made enough to where they're good now. Who
Oh,
knows?
they're so
I hope
talented
so.
though.
They are. They really are. I mean, I don't know. So the next group that I would like to talk about
Oh,
because um I don't know, there's so many.
uh-huh. I know. I know.
Um I would have to say, okay, and you're probably like that's not who I was thinking of, but I just want is Casey and JoJo.
Oh,
Only
wow.
because the only reason why I mention them right now is because they remind me a lot of, um, even though there are only two of them, Boys to Men, but the kind of music that they had were just, oh my gosh, like that one album, I can't remember. Let me look. There was one in particular in the 90s that was just every single song they came out with was a hit. But those love song ballads, I remember the girls in our class just would hear freaking All My Life and it was just like
Over and over.
tears. And
How
they
many
played it over
people,
and
yeah,
over
and
on
how
the
many people
radio.
got married to that? And like the
Right?
words to that, that's how I feel about Angel. Like that song
Mm-hmm.
perfectly captures a
It
love.
does. And you know what I love about these songs is that our generation is one thing, but like Presley in the
Mhm.
future, these songs will still be good. It's kind of
Yeah.
like I guess when you think about it, like our parents and how we
Yeah.
listened to their music when they were young, and it gives you all those feels. Um, so all my life, crazy. Um,
Crazy, crazy, crazy,
mhm,
without you, baby.
okay. I'm just like Casey and JoJo for me was just I can't say they were like one of my favorites, but when they have a very distinct voice. When they
They
come on the radio, you know it's them.
For sure. And I just love, I mean, I love their story too. They were,
Mm-hmm.
they came from a extremely religious family,
Uh-huh.
Pentecostal, and then they were in a gospel group. And then
Yep.
separately from them, I don't mean to like pivot into Jodeci, but they came out of Jodeci.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Devante also was
Yep.
in a gospel band, and it's like, so you can see, and I can believe that they were in gospel groups because of the power in their voices. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you better be coming from a gospel group, and with those pipes, and like,
Mm-hmm.
can you imagine,
Yeah. Oh,
that in a church?
yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah, can you imagine being in church and listening to that?
I can't. They were just absolutely,
And
you
I think
know
you find that a lot in a lot of these groups that they were used to singing in choirs in their churches, you
and
know,
it's just a complete 180 though to what Jodeci would later go on to do in the
right?
90s, like, not to say that it was like bad. It was, I mean, they're still on shuffle in my iPhone. And it's like they would go, doing, Forever My Lady. Oh yeah.
Mm,
Come and Talk to Me. My
damn.
personal favorite. Can you guess what it is?
Ooh, let me think. Oh man. Okay. Okay. Did you say who'd you say? Forever My Lady? No.
That's one of my favorites ever, but my favorite Jodeci song, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, Freak Me.
I was gonna say Freak. Freak me, baby.
I wanna freak you. Ah, that song was so hot. Oh my
Oh
God. That when you
man.
listen to the lyrics, you're like, sweet little Casey and JoJo were involved in that.
Okay. Night and day. Okay. And
Night and day. Oh my God.
and that's why,
Oh,
because honestly, that's why I wanted to mention Casey and JoJo real quick, not to get them out of the way, but I feel like Jodeci is when you think of the 90s R&B, there's Boys and Men, but Jodeci, Come and Talk to
mm.
Me.
I really wanna
Hello. Yeah,
meet
that's
you.
all you have to say is that verse, and you already know. And
Yes.
that song, Freak Me Baby, hello, that song is so your kind of song because if it wasn't Jodeci, it was oh
Silk.
gosh, or Silk. Oh my gosh, remember Silk?
Oh, I do remember Silk. I had no
Dang.
business. That was when we were in grade school, and I was singing in the back
Mm-hmm.
seat of my mom's car, and she had it up loud, and
Okay.
I was singing.
Okay, but Steph likes those type of songs because she also liked even though we probably shouldn't mention him, but we will. What's his name in jail?
Okay, cancel me, R. Kelly.
R.
Sorry.
Kelly. No, but Steph loved you. What is it? You remind me of my Jeep.
I want to ride you. No, but my favorite by him, I'm sorry. We'll just quickly,
Hmm.
well, Step in the Name of Love, but like freaking
Yeah.
your body's calling.
Colin. Oh, yeah.
Oh, when I
Yes.
listen to him in secret, because I still do, I don't dare blare it anywhere. I put my headphones on and I'm all,
I think you and but you know what though? It was during a time where we didn't know what he was about, unfortunately. And I don't
yeah,
want to say like, he deserves everything he gets because what he did was ridiculous, but and
yeah,
horrible and horrifying.
awful.
But unfortunately, he made some really good music back in the day. I mean, and I still hear some radio, they still play them.
No,
So,
I know. Well, hi, they still play. I'm sorry. Can we just talk really quickly about the fact that Chris Brown still has a career and people love him, and including my ass? Like, I love his sing. Like every song he releases, I'm like, ugh, and I shouldn't. Like, that's so unfeminist of me. But like, how come
though,
he got canceled?
I feel like he was somehow saved. I don't know why or like
Right?
yes, because and I think that when all this transpired with Rihanna back in the day and just his history of abuse in general, I don't think it was during a time where canceling was big. So
Mm.
I think that if it would have been different and the time frame of these, situations would have been different, oh, boyfriend would have been long gone. Nobody would have been listening
Mm-hmm.
to his
Mm-hmm.
music. He needs help, you
Yep.
know. It's unfortunate he has good music. Lucky for him, but it's just ugh, I can't. I don't know.
I know, I hear you. No, but moving right along, but
Yes.
on the same vein,
Mhm.
genuine.
Ooh, damn, genuine. Oh, wow.
I was so in love with that man. Oh
You
my
sure were.
God.
Real quick though, did you see the genuine video of when he fell off the
Yes.
stage?
No, that's so sad.
It was so funny.
That was so sad. That really broke my heart. It's
See, this
like
is where we differ because I thought it was hilarious. I watched it
you,
over and over and over
because
again.
you like when people fall.
I do. I love it. Unless they're old men.
Exactly.
Yeah, but anybody else, I catch you falling, I'm gonna be the first one laughing.
Oh my
As long as you didn't break
God.
anything, I'll make sure you're okay, and then I'll find out. Like, then I'll laugh. But that was really funny, and because it's funny, he's been in the not in the news, but there's been a lot of talk about him lately, about just because he's not the genuine that we remember. He's gotten older. He's not
So
as like
just because he doesn't
trim.
have a six pack anymore, but
Exactly, that's what everybody's saying.
neither does 50 Cent. And you know who
No.
else doesn't mean? You know who else doesn't? All the
Hmm.
haters that are talking smack. Where's
Oh,
your
that's for
six
sure.
pack?
Mhm.
Yeah.
People evolve, and I mean, you can't, I mean, maybe that's why he fell though. Those ab muscles just weren't helping. Because, I mean, and it was a
Girl.
graceful fall, I must say. He still tried to get up and sing. I mean, it was still, but anyways.
Pobrecito.
How old is Genuine? So he was born in 1970. So
He's
that makes
52.
him 52.
He's going to be 53 this year.
Yeah, dang. I mean, he still looks good though, and he had some good ass hits. What was your favorite? Did you mention that?
I mean, I think my favorite has to be Pony and
Hmm.
so anxious.
Ooh, okay, that's my favorite. Is
Yeah.
So Anxious. Dang.
Meet me
Ooh,
at 11:30. I love it
okay.
when you're talking dirty.
Dirty.
'Cause oh.
See, and I really, really loved Differences, but that was a 2001
Yes,
song. But I feel like the radio overplayed that
they
big
did.
time
They
because that was
did.
a beautiful song. And I felt like that was even like a wedding song because
Oh, definitely.
but I just feel
Definitely.
like, the radio, they just don't know how to just let things be, and
Yeah.
just but it was like every other song was like, oh, let's play it again. Let's play it again. And it just like kills it. But my favorite is So Anxious, and I love the video too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
wow.
oh, and also I really love Same Old G. But anyways.
Ooh, yes. Oh my
Woo,
gosh.
woo.
That was a good album in the 90s. That
It
was
sure was.
Dr.
Ooh, it's
Doolittle.
got a little chill right now. Anyways,
Hmm.
who's next, Neve?
Okay, so let me see. I'm trying to pick like which one because we're not limited on time, but it's
Oh,
one
we
of
have
those
to. Oh,
things.
don't worry, because we can continue on in the next part. But
Okay, because we could talk about girls or boys, right? It doesn't
exactly.
matter. Okay, so I'm just gonna go there and I'm gonna talk
Oh
in
my
Vogue.
God. Okay, good. Okay,
Okay.
great. Because they're here. Go ahead. They're here on my notes.
So in Vogue, oh my gosh. So they are a trio. Um,
Now they are.
wait, they're not. Oh wait, yeah, there was four before, right?
Yes, because
And
Dawn and
that's right.
Maxine,
Oh shit.
and
And you know what? I
and
forgot about that. I'm so used to seeing three now.
right, and because now they're with the Nukes on the Block, they
And I was
are
gonna say
having
we
them on
just saw them in
tour.
concert last
And
year.
the only two originals that we saw in concert who are still the members today are Terry and Cindy.
Mm-hmm.
So Dawn,
Dawn and Maxine. Wait,
Maxine was the
Max.
badass. I
Mm-hmm.
like it. Yeah, yeah. And the free your
Yes.
mind, like that raspy
Oh,
voice.
damn. They were just, I don't know. Their voices as together, they kind of remind me of Boys and Men.
Thank you. Exactly. They
right?
were the female version because they could do
Yes.
acapella, they could do all of
Mm-hmm.
that, but they were women and they were
Yes,
freaking amazing.
exactly. So wait, hold on. Was there five of them or four?
I think there was always four
Five.
of them, but didn't they like
Four, five. Hmm.
replace, like there was a girl that was in and
One,
replaced
two,
someone and then left.
three. Okay, so okay, yes, four. I just want to make sure because I'm like
Yeah.
I'm seeing all these names.
Yeah.
Okay, yes,
They
but
would
they
like
were
swap and like, yeah.
exactly.
But
Which, to me kind of, and maybe that's why I was just like, okay, what's going on? Personally for myself, it's kind of like what we said with alternative music and how they switch out lead singers, and I can't jump on that bandwagon when lead singer goes to another group or whatever. I can't get on that. And I guess that's the only thing with In Vogue is that I don't like it when groups change up. You know what I mean? Because you get
well,
used to a certain sound, or maybe they're your favorite. I don't know. I get confused.
well, here's the thing where they're lucky, Neen, is that Terry
Mm-hmm.
was pretty much, I feel like Terry's voice was right after Dawn for
Mm-hmm.
me. So they left out that Terry didn't go anywhere. And
Right.
Cindy was the tall, gorgeous one, and she had a
Mm-hmm.
beautiful, cute voice.
Yes.
And Don't Let Go, she was the one that was
Mm-hmm.
"Wah," at the end. So
Right.
like she's strong
Uh-huh.
enough that with the two of them still there, I feel like they could get away with it.
Yeah.
But when they lost Dawn and Maxine, it was like, ooh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah,
it, it,
it
it could
stung
have
a
gone
little.
bad. Yeah,
Yes.
a
A
little for
little, not
sure.
enough to ruin them, but what I do like, and I always love groups like this, is when they are from like where we are. We're not
Hey,
born and raised in Oakland, but it's right across the bay.
right there, boo boo.
Yes, exactly. And they were formed in 1989. So,
That's a long
dang.
time. That's a real
Yeah.
long time. And
Man.
they I feel like they did like, yeah, they like did cameos in movies and stuff. I remember them in Batman Forever, my favorite
Mm-hmm.
Batman.
Yes.
They were there, and then like they were in cameoed on TV shows and stuff. So they were cool, and they were like,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they were one of the best selling girl groups of the 80s and 90s. I think that
Mm-hmm.
is a well-known like accolade for them. I
Mm-hmm.
do want to know what your favorite En Vogue song was.
Mm. Man, I would have to say that's a hard one. You know what? I'd have to say hold on.
Nice.
Only because I
Nice.
just think that it's just I don't know, it hits you, you know,
Okay, I like it.
hits
I
my
like it.
heartstrings. And I don't know, this is a hard one.
It is a hard one. We can, I mean, because see, for me, I feel like it's give him something he can feel. Because when I was a little girl,
Mhm.
I thought they were so gorgeous in the red dresses, and it was a very different kind of feel, like of the videos,
Yes.
slinky, and they were like performing. But
Mhm.
I also love Free Your Mind.
Mhm.
Excuse me. I every time
Yeah.
that song comes on, I have to strut and do my hair toss. I'm like, I don't care where I'm at. But
Mhm. Ooh, don't
um
let go. Then I'm thinking,
don't Let Go. Remember we used to
mhm.
blare that on repeat? I
Yes.
still do. But the
Dang.
Hold On is special to me because me and Annie used to sing that when we were little, and we would try to harmonize.
I
And
could
we
see
still
that.
do. We still bust it out every now and then. I'm like, should we pick it?
Oh
So
my
like, it just,
gosh.
they're so good. And when you can't pick a favorite, that's a good problem to have. So
Oh,
they're
for sure. Yeah. They're the kind of album back in the day, a CD where you could listen to the whole thing from beginning to end and not get sick of the songs. That's when that's a good group. When you're only buying their singles but don't know any of their other songs, that's questionable. But In
right.
Vogue was just something different and they really held their own. For me, I mean, I feel like Free Your Mind was a very much of a like kind of like girl power song. Like the
It
way they were such
was.
freaking badasses in that
Oh,
video and just their vocals alone, like you could feel it in your soul, you
still
know?
to this day. Yep.
Yeah, without even hearing it. I'm hearing it in my head. I'm getting chills.
Me
So,
too.
what does that say?
Da na na na.
Yes.
Da.
Is it very you know what it kind of reminded me of is very much like Janet Jackson.
Uh-huh.
Um
Black Cat.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. You
Yeah.
know? Ah,
Yeah.
phenomenal. Phenomenal. So what's
And
another one, Steph?
you know what, Neen? Let's just segue right there to
Go
Janet
there.
Jackson because
Mm,
I mean, Janet is still, girlfriend is still touring.
She
Okay.
is. Oh,
And she's amazing.
she
She
is.
and I, you know what I love about her, Neen? First of all, I love because when I was little, she was my idol. I had to when we were pretend who we were as singers, me and Annie. I
Hmm.
would be between Janet, Paula, and we would share Madonna. So
Hmm.
like, and I love that Paula Abdul was Janet Jackson's choreographer. That will
Love
always
it.
like fill my heart with joy. And I
Hmm.
love how shy she is. I don't know. Did you get a chance to see her documentary that was released last year? I want to say it was like a three-parter of her
Hmm.
like backstory and like her when she married Renee Elizondo and like all
Hmm.
that when she was with Jermaine and I mean
Yeah.
I know when she was married to the man that she had the baby with like it was just like so interesting her life and like what she went through and like the abusive household she grew up in and like you
Hmm.
know how she learned to be a singer and performer from her brothers and you know
Yeah.
I definitely I would love to do a more like in depth on her for sure. So I will
Hmm.
say that
Oh,
she
yeah.
is a legend. She is still going strong. My favorite era will for well, my favorite song is Pleasure Principle because when I was a little girl, I was like that I want to be a dancer. And the
Hmm.
freestyle that she did in that song,
Yeah.
I still cry imagining her doing the backflip off the
Oh,
box in the warehouse
yes.
and she's just dancing
Yes.
while singing. Like I was like I want to do that one day. And she
Hmm.
is just everything and I love how humble she is and she loves her fans and I
She
also
does.
the sexy Janet era
Yes.
right here in the heart.
Yes, 1993, that Janet album
Oh
was
my
like
god.
no other. Every single
That
song on that album just killed
woo!
it.
What is your
Yes.
favorite? Because I can't pick one because
Oh,
there's
oh,
if there's my favorite the dance one
yes.
what oh I'm gonna be hungry for me girl
Yes.
may
Crap.
have been easy.
Let
What
me
was
see.
it?
I know that was uh,
We're typing.
I know.
You want this.
Yes. Oh my
And then they got
gosh.
out of the car and then started. I do it with
Dang.
them. I love doing
Mm.
all the Janet choreographies in my kitchen. I like
Uh,
she's everything.
yeah, no, for real. Uh, I mean, anytime, any place.
Oh,
Yeah. Uh-huh. Ay, ay,
we
ay.
can't pick one. We can't
I
pick one from that
can't.
album because that's
No.
the way love goes. Like I just want to
I, I, I,
vibe.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, honestly, it's a hard one. It really is. I don't think I could pick one.
That's
For
okay.
me, she reminds me of my childhood so much. Like you said, I can't say pleasure principle. Watching her dance in that, I mean, I'm not a dancer, but I always wanted to step on a chair and you know how she goes down
Jump
on the
off of
back?
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always wanted to try it, but I knew I'd break
Oh,
my neck. But she made it
girl.
look so graceful.
Clean. And then she
Yes.
would just slide on the floor, and it's like, oh my God, oh, Janet.
Yes.
And then, of course, Miss You Much. That's
Oh my
my
gosh.
jam.
I was yes. Yes. Oh my gosh. She really, I think, being in the shadows of her family and also being in the shadows of Michael. And I don't want to
Mhm.
say she was even in the shadows. She really was on because like you said, she was so shy, but she
Mhm.
also was an actress in, what was the name of the
Poetic Justice. And
Poetic
then
Justice when she
Nutty
was younger?
Professor.
She was on was it Good Times?
Oh, Good Times, the iron scene. Oh my God, I'll never
Mhm.
forget that.
So
Sorry, that is like the
funny.
most traumatic TV episode ever.
Yes, but she was she really made a
Penny,
yes, exactly. She really made a place for herself in this industry
for
from
sure.
the start.
For sure.
And as she got older, she evolved and she really made a name and just she's a freaking icon. She's right there with her brother, right? In the sense of just everything she's done. She's a force to be reckoned with. And it is hard for me to pick a song that I love from her because I love all of them. I would have to say, I don't know. I don't know.
I can't pick one either. I can't. That's what I cannot. It's impossible. I can
Mhm.
say top 20, but that's
Yeah,
as much as I can.
exactly. But
Yeah.
every album she has, everything's amazing. Even
Yep.
like her really bubbly ones, like Runaway. It's so
Oh,
cute. And
oh
it just
my,
makes me feel so happy.
me too. Or
Mhm.
the sad song that's a happy song. Everywhere I go,
Go
every smile I
yeah,
see,
uh-huh. I know you are there. Yes.
smiling back at
At
me.
me. Yeah.
Yep.
I just love her and she's gorgeous. Just
Stunning.
everything about her. And hey, you know what? And the fact that she had a freaking baby at the age of 50.
Girl.
Okay?
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say. I'm telling you, any person that says that they want to have a baby and they're like 35 years old and they're like, oh, I'm old. You know what? Let's look at Jenna Jackson.
Also,
Okay?
Naomi Campbell just had a baby too.
Yes. Hello, Hillary Swank freaking had twins.
Oh
Okay?
yeah,
These people are icons in my eyes. They're
I
freaking
agree.
amazing. But Jenna Jackson, I just love her. Who do you think her
Um,
true love was, real quick?
oh, you know what? She was with Renee for so long. And when I saw that documentary and saw them together, and I don't know, I just feel like Renee, even
Mm-hmm.
though like I feel like he got a little controlling, as you know,
Mm-hmm.
that's what happens. So I feel like she hasn't, either him or she hasn't found him yet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they were together for a long time. And just real quick, um, Scream with Michael Jackson and Janet,
Girl.
epic song.
So that's my song I play when I'm stressed out at work. But like in the documentary, she did mention that that was around the time that he was trying to rebuild his brand again because of all the
Yeah.
horrible allegations and stuff. And so like he
Mm-hmm.
kind of like almost forced it upon her to do it. And she of course did it because that's her brother and she loves him and she stood by him.
Mm-hmm.
But then like she barely ever saw him like during that whole thing. So that's a little sad. So now that I know that, I'm like, oh, because I love their dance break together.
Yeah.
That like touched my heart so much to see them because they're siblings and I loved them equally. And
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
so
you know what? It's so crazy because I actually remember the premiere of this video, and I believe it was the Diane Sawyer or Barbara Walters, I don't know who did it, interview with him in regards to the child molestation case that he had. And right after that interview, they premiered this video with his sister.
exactly. See?
So that makes complete sense because I don't want to say they were super, super close, right?
Right. No, and
So,
she wanted to be, but he was very isolated.
yeah,
So that just was
it's
a little sad.
unfortunate.
Do you
Um,
want to do like two more and then we save
yeah,
the rest? Okay.
sounds
Go.
good to me.
Who's on your agenda?
Okay, so this is I don't know. Color Me Bad.
Let's do it.
Okay,
I am so
because
tickled that you said this. Okay. I have chilled.
only because I feel like it fits, just it encompasses our podcast in so many ways because it's not just R&B, but it's also when we think of Beverly Hills 90210 and yes,
I
that
adore.
freaking episode was epic.
Best 90210 episode, hands down. I don't care
Thank
who you
you.
are.
Yes, I think I'm gonna go watch it after this. It is
Hell
so
yes.
good. I
Oh,
just I just love
so
them. You know, I can't say they have like so many hits, but the hits they
right.
have has
Yeah.
stuck around and are freaking timeless.
And New Kids on the Block brought them on one of their tours, and they are
Stop it.
so different
Mm.
from what. Oh no, I think that was, yes, it was. They are so different from what they once were, but we were all throwing our bras in the
Oh,
air,
oh,
like
I'm sure.
yes. It was
I love it.
amazing. And then of
Oh,
course, if we're just gonna do that, let's just briefly do All for One.
mm,
The band All for One. Wait,
yes.
no, what was their na, 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 I can love you like
Like
that.
that, I can give you
You
my
the world,
both
heaven.
heaven and earth. If you were my girl. I love that song. I forgot about
Right?
that. Dang. Okay,
And
who's
then
calling? Sorry. Can you hear that stuff?
I can.
So stupid.
But like
Sorry.
also really quickly, and then the I swear
Ooh,
by the
man,
moon and
that
the
hit me
stars.
right there. Like I used to listen to that like nobody's business. Shoot.
Amazing. And
Mm.
then there was another one that, oh God, not All for One. Oh, no, I'm gonna save that for tomorrow. How about this? How
Mhm.
about Tony Braxton?
Okay, that was another one. Yes.
What? Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm. Man. Oh, shoot. Okay, yeah. Tony Braxton. You know what? She's just phenomenal. She really is.
She's so
She's
sexy.
very, and that voice is so different than so, like, you know what? Like, there's some groups where you hear who's singing and you're like, oh, I can't really, who is that again? But
Yeah.
with her, you hear her voice
You
and
know
it's like,
who it
that's
is.
Tony, you know?
And and also like she got a lot of shit for having a deep voice, but then
Mm,
that's what set her apart from everybody.
sure
That
did.
sultry, oh my
Hmm.
God, that first album, Neen,
Mm,
the first album, okay? And of course, Babyface had a hand in her career, and
of
we're gonna talk about
course.
him tomorrow. That's over
Yes.
here. So pretend I didn't say
Hmm.
that. But like seriously, LaFace Records. Okay, she was on
Hmm.
LaFace Records and she had her self-titled debut album in 93, which is my favorite, okay, because
Hmm.
it had You Mean the World to Me, Breathe
Hmm.
Again,
Breathe
and then
again.
my personal favorite, Sad Love Song.
Oh, man, that song is deep. I just, my gosh, there's just so many. I'm feeling like, I just feel so excited, like looking at all these different freaking groups because I'm over here feeling like what's that guy that was do the top countdown on like Saturdays? Do you remember him?
Yeah.
I can't remember his name, but he would name all these people, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, because I'm looking at some of these people we haven't even
Oh
touched.
no, because my list is like insane. I don't you dare say any other name because seriously, we're gonna spend so much time because it's insane, insane. So don't worry, peeps, because I
Mm,
know everyone's listening. Like, hi, you haven't said A, B, or C. That's okay, because we're gonna be here
mhm.
for a minute. But let me just say,
Yes,
when Toni Braxton entered her sexy era, why is there always a sexy era?
I
Okay,
don't know,
when
but
she came out in that all white outfit, okay, the all white outfit, you're making me high.
Mhm.
It was
Damn.
over.
It
It was
was.
over.
It was the lighting,
The makeup.
yes. Everything about that album is
Oh, let
freaking
it flow.
fire. Uh, okay. Uh, you're making me high?
Yeah, no, yeah, yeah. But like the let it flow. Then it was like sexy, and then it was like
Wait,
beautiful.
is
It was
Let
like,
It Flow a song?
yeah,
What's the name of that? I
let
mean,
it
how does
go.
it go?
Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow.
Oh my God, I forgot about that one.
Yep.
Shoot. Okay, stop it right now. And see, that's why I loved MTV videos is because you saw crap like that. It was a phenomenal and you fell in love with them even more.
Exactly.
It
All
wasn't just about the music. It was about the whole thing. It was a
no.
package.
And she was just like, I just loved how her voice was. I feel like she could just continue on being like this a major star. And I think
Mm-hmm.
like she had a bit of troubles like after her, like I think after Man Enough,
Mm-hmm.
that sexy song that she did some Vegas residencies, which I regret not going, but then like she had to file for bankruptcy, I want to
Mm-hmm.
say,
Yeah,
as did a lot of
Chapter
our,
7.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
as did a lot of our favorites, which we'll talk about tomorrow.
And yeah,
But
because
like,
that's pretty crazy because she freaking made between 100 and so they said, which is insane. Um, she made so much money. I don't understand how she could freaking go.
because like
Was she too
you,
giving? What was the problem here?
I feel like in her case it was her family.
Uh-huh.
And but it's also a lot of times it's not the person's family. Case in point, the group we're going to talk
The
about tomorrow, my
manager.
favorite group in the entire world that we're going to talk about tomorrow, which I
Mm-hmm.
can, I'm looking at you like, look at me because you know who
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about. Well, they
Mm-hmm.
had to do that too, and it wasn't that they
Yeah.
were giving money away to everyone. They had to pay their accountant, they had to pay their seat. Like when they sell a CD, they don't get like 14.99 per CD, they get like
Right.
10 cents. So it's
Mm-hmm.
very easy to not make any
Mm-hmm.
money doing this. And it's a
Yeah.
lot to put all your eggs. Like you can't even buy a freaking house right away, you
Oh
know?
no, for sure. But I do think, and touring and all that stuff plays into like how they make their money and all that stuff. But I do think though that her family, I'm sorry, but when you think of all the Braxtons, there is no comparison between any of them and Tony. And
Mm-mm.
they are who they are, in my opinion, because of her.
I agree. I agree. Even though Tamar Braxton, she could sing, okay, but
She
and
can.
she's totally different from Tony.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I agree. I feel like Tony is the reason why everyone is out there and known, and she's just absolutely just oh, she's I love her. I feel like she's timeless, and I do know that she um struggled with some health stuff towards like the in the late 2000s 2010s, and that
Has like a heart condition, doesn't she?
it's
She's
like
always had
a
one, I believe, or something.
autoimmune yes, yes, that came out, or that was like made public when she was on Dancing with the Stars, some sort
Mm-hmm.
of small vessel disease. But
Mm-hmm.
like also in 2010 she was diagnosed with some type of lupus,
Mm-hmm.
and that runs in her family. And then even on the show, on her family's show, she was seen being hospitalized for issues relating to it. So that sucks. It's like,
Wow.
oh, it's just like when Gwen Stefani had that throat issue and she couldn't
Mm-hmm.
go on tour. It's like these poor people, when your livelihood, like it, rests on
Yeah, it
your
depends on it. I mean,
talents.
for real, look at Celine.
Oh, yeah.
Why does it always affect? It's like what's her name? Julie Andrews. Maybe it's because
Yeah.
they overuse it. I don't know,
I
but
feel like it's like vocal, like not. It's gotta be like, why are they always drinking tea and honey, to coat it?
yeah.
So,
But
yeah.
your voice, your vocal cords are so sensitive. Have you
Hmm.
ever? I mean, look at when we go to a concert. You can't like talk after it. But
No.
yeah, but even, and it's funny because I used to work with interpreters, and they say that whispering is actually the worst thing you could do for your voice, even over yelling, because you're straining your vocal cords more than um than when I don't know why it makes, I don't even know why I talked about that, but the thing is that but it just shows how sensitive your vocal cords are. So something as minuscule as whispering could ruin your vocal cords. Imagine the effects that it has when you're singing day in, day out, every single day, especially these
Like,
people doing those Vegas, residencies.
right? Also, I'm concerned for Taylor Swift. The
Mm-hmm.
girl goes, she's on stage for like almost 4 hours a night, and now she's gonna
Damn.
do a world tour when she's done with this. Huh?
Mm-mm. No, you need to give I don't know. To me, there should be some sort of, and I know they're there to make money. This is their livelihood, but they're making enough. But there should be some sort of criteria where they have to have a break after, like a truck
Exactly.
driver. Okay, you can only do so much and then you got to sleep because, that's their instrument. They have to rest. I don't know. And I
I
feel like everybody's pushing them at every angle to keep going, 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 but it's only a matter of time. I just imagine the vocal cord just getting thinner and thinner.
I
It
agree.
can't be good. I mean, it makes me wonder, even like with Celine, like if you think about everything that she's gone through and how powerful her voice is, if the singing had something to do with what she's going through now, right? Because it's crazy. I mean, and when you look at people like Tony Braxton, it's hard because it's so sad. Because when you think of her career wasn't that long in the scheme of
No,
things,
no.
compared to other people like Mariah and
We're still going strong. Yeah.
yes, and because Tony Braxton's there, like she has the sex appeal, obviously the voice, and she had the fan base. It's unfortunate that, we don't really see her very often anymore.
Yeah.
But I
Oh, that
loved
was
her.
so well put.
Oh, thank you. I love her though. I just think,
I
her old stuff just really hits me. It just makes me feel so
always.
good. Mhm.
Ooh, I'm gonna go listen to her right now when we log off.
Okay, right? I'm gonna just sit there and dream of Tony.
There you go. Hey, which one?
That's between me and him. Oh, anyways, man, I can't wait for part two because
Oh,
we're just getting started.
scratching the tip, folks, scratching the
Yes,
tip.
exactly.
But
We
this was, wait,
we
go ahead.
gave we,
Sorry, I didn't
we
mean to
gave
cut you
everybody
off.
a little bit of inspiration as to what to put on their Spotify and Apple Music after this
There you
podcast
go.
because
Here,
I know what
here,
I'm
me.
listening to. Hmm.
Right? I mean, it's gonna be like, I don't know who, Janet, Tone. Oh my God, it's just so much. But
Right?
thank you for the inspo, thank you for the talk, and thank you for memory lane
Likewise.
trips. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you everybody
And
for listening.
seriously, and guys, don't forget, let us know if there's a topic that you want to hear us talk about. This could be, something 90s related. This could be for Fridays with Neen, which drops this Friday. This could be
Hmm.
something for 90s crime talk with Steph. I mean, we are here, our ears are open, and we're ready to receive whatever little tidbit of information you want to give us. So just write us on our
Yes.
Instagram. Thank you so much for listening. And thank you to my beautiful, beautiful bestie for chatting with me on
Mm.
this lovely Monday holiday weekend.
Likewise. I thank you and I thank your eyebrows
Oh, I think your eyebrows.
because you gave me nothing but awesomeness to look at the
Oh,
whole
I love
time.
you.
I'm like, phenomenal. I'm gonna go and make mine like nice and darker because I'm trying to find one that matches my hair better. But
I love it. I love whatever you got going on right now.
no, I just love your whole vibe because I would have to agree with your mom. Sorry, we totally segued real quick, but your dark hair with your eyebrows and your dark eyes, magic.
Okay, well, my hair is in your hands, so you do what
Uh,
needs to be done. And I
love
just sit
it.
there and listen. But thank you for that compliment. I'm gonna go enjoy
Of
my
course.
day.
But anyways, everybody have a fabulous day.
Yes, everyone have a fabulous 4th of July. And Neen, I
Yes.
will
Be
see
safe and
you.
don't lose any fingers.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Except for the stupid idiots who are blasting fireworks at 9 a.m. this morning. What's the point? But
Yeah,
whatever.
I'm just not a fan of fireworks.
Me neither.
Yeah, you won't catch me at a fireworks show personally. I'm the one in Disney that is on rides during the fireworks show. And it actually irritates me when people are sitting there waiting for them. I'm like, whatever. Sorry. I get really annoyed by fireworks. I really do.
I do too. I actually saw some at Marin and it was fine because we were leaving. But
Hmm,
people were
right?
camped out dramatically to get a seat for like, what? Why?
Exactly. You seen one, you seen them all. Okay. Until they could get my picture up there in the sky. Okay.
Exactly.
Looking just like me. Don't bother me. Anyways,
On that note, everyone, have a great 4th of July. And Neen, I'll see you
you too.
tomorrow.
Yay, peace, love, and soul. I forgot what I say at the end. Peace out, buddy.
Oh, wait, hold on. Catch you on the flip side.
Oh, yeah. Peace out, buddy.
There it is. See you later.
Oh,